everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hi everybody, hello. Welcome to today's Saturday with Stacy YouTube craft class number 670. If you're joining me during the premiere this morning, well, we have a live chat going on and we certainly hope that you pop into that chat and say hello, because you will have a chance to be a winner chicken dinner at the end of this class. Absolutely. We pick a winner from the live chat towards the end of this class. So hey, what have you got to lose? Post a comment. Any comment in the live chat counts, and you just never know. I may post your name a little bit later on. Yep, who knows? So today I have got a full-length, commercial-free, technique-based class for you where we are pulling in items that you may already have in your crafty arsenal. You may have some of this. I'm using Pinata alcohol inks, and maybe you don't have Pinata, but maybe you have somebody's alcohol inks. Okay, let's get them out and let's play with them. I'm pulling in product that is kind of exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Yeah, kind of exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Kind of, sorta. I'll qualify that in just a minute. I've got Acrea. Acrea are acrylic markers by Copic, not alcohol. I know people think of Copic as alcohol markers. Well, they also do acrylics, and I've got the next 24 colors. We launched the first 24 colors earlier this year. I've got the next 24 colors, and then I've got some fabulous things from Haley over at Graphics. They are the manufacturers of Duralar, which is this plastic that accepts wet media. It's like the most amazing thing, because usually plastic, you drop wet on it and it beads up. Duralar? No. In fact, we had been using black matte Duralar just a month or so ago when we were doing all the Pinata alcohol inks for in the studio with Stacy. Graphics manufactured that for Ranger. In fact, Graphics' little name is at the top of the label. They don't carry the black anymore, so we're getting it from Ranger. I'm buying as much as I can from Ranger, but I have the clear Duralar and the matte Duralar that we are playing with today. So we have got alcohol inks, we've got acrylic markers, we've got Duralar. This is a technique-based class, but we start at the beginning where every level of maker is going to be achievable. They're going to say, I can do that. I saw what she did and I can do that, because you can. But as the class goes on, it just gets a little bit more technique-y, until we're at the end and it's like, bam! So I'm going to do our winner chicken dinner, because we always have two winners at the beginning of each class on Saturday and one winner all the way at the end. These two winners, our first winner posted a comment on the sneak peek that we do Friday nights. So I've changed the sneak peek. I now am live on YouTube every Friday for about 15 minutes at 5 p.m. sunny California time. That'd be 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's Friday 15 at 5. I am on Fridays live for about 15 minutes at 5 p.m. and I do a sneak peek of everything we're going to be doing today. So you can find that video on our YouTube channel and post a comment, and then you go into the chance to be a winner chicken dinner, just like this person who posted a comment in the sneak peek from last week. She's going to get an assortment of products from YouTube number 669, which was Katie Sue. Dreamy, and we had that exclusive bundle. So our first winner is Judy Meadows. Hello, Judy Meadows, how are you? Well done, my friend. Congratulations. You're a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. take a screenshot of your name. Absolutely, you got to screenshot it. Then you got to text it everywhere and post it everywhere, because you never know when it's going to be who gets to win. And all your friends and family are going to be so excited for you, Judy. So she has won a prize package. And Judy, you don't have to do anything to claim your prize. We'll get it out to you just as quickly as possible. Our next winner has a $100 gift card in their online account. Hello, $100. Yes, please. I would love $100 for anything. I'd see just how far I can make that go. So our next winner of $100, and that's because she posted a comment on the video. So if you look down below me, there's a place to leave a comment. Not part of the live chat. That's a different place to leave a comment to be a winner. But below is where you post for a $100 gift card. And it can be anything. Just be kind, be respectful, be polite. That's it. Not hard. Our next winner of $100 is Vicky. Vicky Capro. Hello, Vicky, is that you? Hello, Vicky. Is it Capro? I'm gonna go with Capro. Well done, Vicky. There's $100 in your online account right now. What you gonna go buy? Woo! Are you gonna like spend it all at once? Or are you gonna do like $50 and $50 or maybe $30? I don't know. You have to decide. You've got $100 for leaving a comment below. So always 3 ways to be a winner. The sneak peek that we do now live on Friday nights, you can find that video and post a comment. Here on this video, you can post a comment below, or part of the live chat I think is over on this side. The live chat, if you're on a desktop or a laptop, it might be below or to that side if you're on a different device. Post a comment, and towards the end of the video, I let my mouse do the scrolling, it picks somebody, and they win a nice prize package as well. Okay, so our winner chicken dinners, congratulations. Let's quickly do the winner chicken dinner dance for both of them, and a pre-winner dance for the person who's gonna get the Wahoo Kachoos from the live chat. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo Kachoo for you. Congratulations to both of you, and hang tight. Hang tight. Towards the end of the video, you might find yourself a winner posted right in that live chat. Now today is a big day. I have got Acrea acrylic markers from Copic. I don't know. Okay, so I was at Creativation. I was at the company is actually named Two Incorporated or Two Corporation, but Copic is the brand and Acrea is part of that. So I was at their booth and I was talking to them saying, hey everybody, where's the next 24 colors? Because we already launched the first 24 colors a while ago and they were great, but you know, we want more. And they said, oh, well, they'll be 2027 is when they're coming out. And I'm like, 2027? Oh, no. Really? And they said, well, actually, we do have the colors. We do have 24 colors and we can show them to you, but you can't have them. They're kind of exclusive to Michael's. And I'm like, kind of? What does kind of mean? Because to me, kind of means, well, there's an opening. Kind of means, let's negotiate. Kind of means, let's ask, because all they can do is say no. So I asked, actually not me. I was talking to the marketing people who were so kind. They showed me the colors. I loved them. And I got back and I talked to my friend Kim, who handles Copic for the Copic account for me. And she works for Copic. And I said, Kim, I heard there's 24 new colors. I heard they're not available to 2027. Kind of. She said, Stacy, they're at Michael's. They're an exclusive. I said, are they? Could they maybe not be such a total, complete exclusive? I understand that they're an exclusive, like for Michael's. So like other big box stores won't have them. But I'm a teeny weeny itty bitty little company. Do you think we could get some? So Kim said, do not hold your breath. Chances are no. But I'll ask, because all they can do is say no. So she sent off an email, and just like a few minutes later, she got a reply saying, well, Stacy would have to agree to this and to this and to this and to this. And if she agreed to all of those things, she can have them. I think they might have thought that by putting like parameters on me, I would say, no. Oh no. I was like, okay. I think I shocked them because I'm like, I can agree to all of those things. Absolutely. And then we'd like to have them, please. And we'd like to have them through 2026. And well, those were one of the things I had to agree upon. So the parameters of what I had to agree to. First off, they are exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple and Michaels, and only Scrapbooking Made Simple and Michaels. 2, once I am sold out of them, I cannot get them again until 2027. You will have to get them at Michaels. That's a big one. I can't keep reordering and reordering and reordering. 3, we cannot do open stock. Not yet. So it is a bundle only. It even comes, it's all packaged up, ready to go. The set name is Visionary Color Set. So if you would like to go to Michaels, make sure you see Visionary Color Set. Make sure you look for the set that has the carbon black and the berry wine and the moss green and the evergreen and the midnight indigo and walnut and pearl and stardust gray and sparkle red and cosmic violet and shiny blue and aurora green and cotton pink and honey butter and misty mint and pale sky and light purple, cloud gray, dusty pink, cappuccino, almond beige, pistachio, ash blue, and graphite. Those are the colors in this set. Be careful not to order the colors that were in what are in the original 4 packs. So I know that they have the original 4 packs as a bundle, and it just looks like a bunch of markers. But be careful because the colors are definitely different. I'm trying to see if these have got the colors in them. I don't see if they've got the colors listed. Gosh, that would have been really nice. Oh, wait a minute. So you're not, oh, okay, well, they all fell right out. Okay, sure. So flamingo pink and tomato red and mandarin orange and lemon yellow and leaf green and sky blue. Those are older colors. Be careful if you already have the set of these, the set of 24, that you're not, and you're shopping with Michaels, that you're not repurchasing the sets you already have. So let's look at the deeps. So the deeps are red bean and dark rose and mustard yellow and peacock green and pansy and indigo blue. So if you look at the color swatches and those are the colors you see and you already own those, no, you're looking for the ones that I read earlier. The carbon black and the berry wine and the moss green. Now we have them until we don't. And we can't open stock them just yet. Not yet. As soon as we can, we will. But the bundle is at an amazing value. I promise you that. The whole set of all 24 is $79.99. And they're supposed to retail for about $106.40, I think is what they retail for. And we've got them for $79.99. So Scrapbooking Made Simple and Michaels, I am living up to the agreement that I made to ensure that all of you know they are available at both places. And once we are sold out, we are sold out. All right, then we'll have to wait till 2027. The next thing I have for you is from we talked about it. They sent me the list of what I had to do. I agreed to it all. And then I waited for the final approval. So obviously the final approval got here. Next thing I have for you, I have from Graphics. So Graphics makes fabulous substrates. Amazing. And one of the things that we love most is their Duralar. It is in a gloss and a matte. It is this plastic substrate that will take liquid amazingly, whether it's alcohol inks or watercolors or markers. It's beautiful. So I had them print. We did this before. I have the older sets. I had them print on the Duralar some images that could be easily colored. Well, you could make them whatever you want. I mean, you could really color them, or you could just color them. And this time I had them do a set for fall, a set for winter, and a set for Christmas. Inside each is 3 sheets of the matte Duralar we're gonna play with, 3 sheets of the gloss Duralar we're gonna play with. There is 4 images per sheet, so there's 24 images per pack, and it's under $10. Wahoo kachoo for Haley. So I picked out the images, I sent them over, I sent them over images that I wanted. They tweaked them to so they would fit and do everything, and then they printed it on their Duralar. Each pack, 3 sets of the matte, 3 sets of the gloss. So this is the fall. And when I take it out, because right now they're all layered on top of each other, you'll be able to see it easier. This is the winter. And this is the Christmas. And then, just like last time, we have a pack that has just 3 sheets of matte Duralar and 3 sheets of gloss Duralar, completely plain for you to do what you wish to. You can stamp on it, heat emboss, and then color. There's just tons to be done with it. Alcohol inking right over the top of it. So I want to show you some samples, and then we're going to tilt down and we're going to get started for today. I have oodles and oodles to show you, and I think we're going to have a good time. This is class number 670. You may want to jot that down because there's a lot going on in this class, and no matter what level of crafter you are, you can do this, and it looks so good. So good. All right, let's tilt down and get started for today. Hey everybody, it's good to see you. Hello, hello. All right. So I've got some samples I want to show you just to kind of get things started. I won't know until So there's the image on the gloss Duralar, painted in with alcohol inks and with Acrea. And here we have the image painted on with alcohol inks and Acrea on the matte Duralar. Suppose I could go back just a wee bit. And here is one of the images done on the matte Duralar this was all done with Acrea, with my acrylic markers. I know we think of Copic as alcohol markers. We got to think of Copic as so much more than that now that they have Acrea. Here's the image painted in with alcohol ink. And the last image done with alcohol inks and Acrea. Actually, both of them. Beautiful, right? So fun. Okay, let's start at the beginning. I'm going to get into one of these. And let's pull a gloss and a matte. So again, there's 3 sheets of gloss, 3 sheets of matte, 4 images, 6 sheets, 24 images in all. And you can see how that's a matte finish versus a gloss finish. Now, I do want to tell you that I did not, when I sent these images over, I did not realize what I had done. Claire did. So just so you know, on this pack, while these two are supposed to be two separate images, so you've got the kids walking in the snow in the forest, and then you've got your snowmen. If you, and Claire was working on them and just had one sitting on top of the other, and then she looked at it and she said, oh, if you put them together, it almost looks like my snowman is partially a snow globe. So now the trees frame my snowman. My little kids are in his tummy like a snow globe. Who knew? Claire did. Wait till you see her sample and when she's layered them on top of each other. Amazing. And it's the same if you do. It's the same if you do the matte. Your little kids are kind of in his belly as a snow globe, and the trees are all around. All right, so we're gonna start, and I think maybe I should pull some blanks. Maybe I should pull some blanks just to explain what Duralar is. Yeah, maybe I'll pull some blanks. Okay, so I've got blank sheets, matte and glossy. And we do sell the blank sheets. So if I were to take some Acrea, and I'm gonna be using everything from the original 4 sets, which are the lights, ooh, Stacy, the essentials, the deep colors, and the vivids. These were the 4 original packs. And I know that they sell them as a set on Michaels, but we also have the set as an I Want It All. I'm going to tell you that this is a wonderful set. The essentials, it has the gold, it has the silver, it has copper, it has white, it has black. This is an important set to have because not only is the nib smaller than that of a PBO or a Liquitex, the flow is gorgeous, and the white, we're going to play with the white and the gold today. So I've got my Acreas in the originals. I've got the new set. Now the new set has 6 new darks, and that is the carbon black, the berry white, the moss green, the evergreen, the midnight indigo, and the walnut. It has 6 metallics. They've never had metallic like this before. These are pearl, stardust gray, sparkle red, cosmic violet, shiny blue, and aurora green. They've always just had the gold, the silver, the copper. Now they've got 6 in the metallics they've added. They've got 6 pastels, cotton pink, honey butter, misty mint, pale sky, light purple, cloud gray, and 6 muted, dusty pink, cappuccino, almond beige, pistachio, ash blue, and graphite. So 48 colors in all. None of them duplicate. There's no duplication in any of the sets at all. So let's open, because I'm going to put these this way so then I can see them and use them. And then let's open this one. And there's all my new colors. 24 new colors. all in here. Sparkle, metallic, muted, darks, everything you're gonna need. So here's plain paper. Let's just take and grab, that's a pretty color. Grab the red, give it a shake, give it a press. It loads very quickly, very much like a Liquitex. They load fast. So where most pens on a acetate or a plastic will bead up and you won't be able to read anything about it, these are going to be just fine. They have to dry, but they're beautiful and they're that fine nib. So that makes an acrylic marker is that it can go on non-porous products, and that's what makes this Duralar so special, is that it takes wet medium even though it looks like an acetate. It is not an acetate. It's Duralar and it's different. Fine artists use it all the time. So we can go in, then we have our matte. And on the matte, it writes beautifully. So yes, on vellum without question. Writes gorgeous on vellum. And that's a shimmer. Look at that. That's a shimmer color. That's one of the metallic shimmer colors. So on the clear or the matte, not a problem with the Acrea because you're working with Duralar. If we're working with alcohol inks, well, let's open up. So here's my Claro, and I've got my little pipette on my blower. So one drop, one drop. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful on Duralar. Remember, we were using black craft plastic, which is another word for Duralar. Ranger bought all that Graphics had, and they branded it under the Ranger brand. So we've been buying the Ranger brand because I can't get it from Haley. Haley was the one who said, if you want the black, call Ranger. I know they have it. And Colleen over at Ranger has made sure that we've been able to get our hands on it without any problem. So I mean, you can just go in here and alcohol ink. Now these are Pinata. These are high-end fine art alcohol inks. These are not your typical alcohol inks. They're made with ethanol, so they're made a little differently than, well, they're made a lot differently. But the color is amazing. And on the Duralar, easy peasy mac and cheesy. Absolutely beautiful on clear Duralar. Now you can die cut this. Can you imagine die cutting out beautiful flowers and such out of that? but we can also do it on the mat. And when it dries, it dries. It's not sticky. Once the Pinata alcohol inks dry, because they're made with ethanol and because they are so saturated, when they're dry, they will not be sticky. Right now, it's a little tacky, so if I wanted, I could take foil, put it over the top, and have the foiling in the veins. But when it is dry, you'll be able to lay them on top of each other, and you're not going to have them stick to each other. And of course, I could blend a jillion colors. I just wanted to give you an idea of what the plane, how the plane works, or what Duralar is and how it works. So a drop, that's another thing with the Pinata. It's literally a drop. And the Claro is not blending solution. The Claro is an extender. I've got a whole month of class in the studio with Stacy on Pinatas. We did it in June. And it was such a wonderful month of classes, taking fine art product and making it accessible in our paper crafting and explaining why, even though these don't cost more than anybody else's alcohol inks, the difference is incredible. So that's on the mat. So whether you love the matte, you love the gloss, up to you, but you have options. You can use the alcohol inks with them, and you can use acrylic markers with the Duralar. I'm going to put this, close this up before I spill it. So gloss, matte. You choose. Take those off so I can use my piece of paper still. All right, now I'm gonna grab maybe the snowflakes. So I've got clear and I've got transparent. Okay, I'm gonna grab the snowflakes. And we're gonna start with the snowflakes. Now we're gonna be coloring for almost everything. We're gonna be coloring on the back side of the image, not the side that you can feel the printing. If you can feel the printing, I need you to flip it over. We're gonna be coloring on the back side of the image. And there's a reason for that. In fact, let me grab this. This is a good one. I think I'll bring over my gel plate. There we go. Okay, so I want to show you why we need to be on the back side. It's super important when we're coloring. You would think you would just go in and color over the top, but when you're dealing with an acrylic marker, you're dealing with a marker that is meant to be opaque. Opaque, opaque. Yes. And that means that when you put it down and you start coloring with it, it's going to cover up the detail of your image. In fact, it could cover up all the lines of your image. That's not what we're going for. I could literally hide all the lines So when you're coloring with an acrylic marker over the top of something, you need to be sure that you don't accidentally color over the detail of the image, and it's super easy to do. Super easy to color over that detail. I want to see all of that detail. Here, I don't want to lose all of that detail. See, I've got it right there. Nothing's hidden, nothing's covered up by accident. I didn't overcolor something. So coloring on the back is important, especially when we are using an acrylic marker. When you're using alcohol ink, you have the opportunity to color the front or the back. It just depends upon what you are doing and the look that you are going for. Today, we'll do a little bit of both. So that's my image. Here's the back side. And if I wanted to color in alcohol ink, I've got, maybe I'll do this and do that, so then I can bring this over. Let me go back a little bit too. I've got a little bit of my cleanup solution from Jacquard, which is basically 100% ethanol, since the alcohol inks are made with ethanol and not isopropyl. That way they stay this amazing high gloss. They're beautiful. But I could take, do I have a red out? Orange, do I have a red somewhere? Let's see. Chili pepper red. I could drop a drop. Not add anything to it, just drop a drop. Let's go a little bit more. Drop a drop. And I can go in and paint. And I can paint either the front side or I can flip it. Either side, it's going to be fine. So when we're using the acrylics, we absolutely need to stay on the back side. Really important. Makes such a difference. You will lose your image if you're not on the back side. With the alcohol ink, you have options. You can go front or back. All right, let's put that there for now. And let's bring out the snowflakes. So I'm going to start with the Acrea today. And I've got 2 snowflakes, one in the matte Duralar, one in the gloss Duralar. I'm going to do both of them. And I'm going to start with the matte. I'm going to grab my white Acrea pen. Now the nib size is, I believe it's 0.8 or 0.8. So it's a finer nib, finer than the Liquitex and the Pebeo. Give it a shake. Make sure I'm running. And make sure I'm on the back side. With the matte, it's a little bit easier. The back side's the side that is not quite as dark. Here I've got this beautiful dark image. The back side's going to be a little bit more muted. And I'm gonna come in and I'm just gonna color in some of the space in white. So I'm gonna start out here and I'm just gonna fill some of this in with white. And I'm just drawing in between the lines. Now, because I'm on the back side, I don't have to worry if I accidentally go over the line a little bit. That's not a problem at all. And I'm just coloring in some of my openings. Now, because this is a non-porous material, the Duralar, it will take a few minutes for my Acreas to dry. And I don't want to get my arms in there. I don't want to smudge. Okay, so I've gone around the whole thing. And then I'll do these little guys in here because they're super small. And just color them in with my white. Now when I lift it, it's going to be hard to see anything because I'm using white and I'm on white paper. I use the paper that's below, this paper here, kind of as my guide, where I can lift and look and see what everything looks like. Am I happy? So when I turn it over and I put it down, it's almost impossible to see anything. You can see that it's got a little bit of white going on, but because it's backed in white, hard to tell. But what if I let it dry for a minute? And let's put it to the side. And let's bring the clear one over, and while that one is drying, we'll work on the clear. So again, I can feel where the printing is on the clear. So I'm going to flip it to the back side. We're using an acrylic marker. Acrylic marker always on the back side. Yep. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to do the same on the top layer. But then I'm going to change my colors. When we get down to the next layer. Every now and then I might need to give just a little bit of a push. Not much. These feed very nicely. The gravity feed is lovely on these. So you don't want to keep pushing, pushing, pushing. Let the pen do the work for you. Copic has done a very nice job of making sure that the acrylic flows evenly through the nib. And of course, Copic are a Japanese product, so the nibs are Japanese, which is, I mean, you want your nibs to be from Japan. They make the best nibs in the world. All right, so I've got most of the top one done. Let's see if this is almost dry. I put a really big daub in the middle there. Let's see if I can pick up a little of that. I just put a really big daub in the middle. Oh, I just put my fingers in that one. Just to help it dry a little faster. So not quite dry yet. Oh yeah, there you can see the white. But putting it on white really doesn't help it at all. However, if I were to back it in the blue, now all of a sudden I've got something. Now all of a sudden, wow, that looks amazing. Let's cut off my extra little piece here that I got. So now I've changed it up dramatically by just adding that white. Doesn't look like anything when it's against the white, but when you put it against a color, adding that white adds just a little bit of fabulous. Now let me go back to this one and find where I put my hand in it, because I did. I'm going to change up a color. I'm going to bring in a gold, because now I'm on transparent. And fill some of these in with the metallic gold. I could have used the metallic blue, the metallic red. They have 6 new metallics in the new set. And all I'm doing is filling in. Can you hear our crickets back? And then maybe just a little bit of white for the ones that are kind of at the bottom. Okay, let's let that sit for just a minute and dry. It doesn't look like much of anything. It really doesn't until you flip it around. On this side, it doesn't look pretty at all. It looks kind of like a hot mess. But you flip it around and instantly it's a wow factor. And all you did was add some white. Here, I've added the gold. And the gold metallic stays metallic and comes through the clear. I'm afraid to put it down, but I guess I'll just do it because I know it's not dry. So now I've got gold in there reflecting off with the white. Putting the gold on the back of a matte finish is not going to give you much of anything. You'll lose that metallic. But putting the gold or any metallic on that gloss finish is beautiful. Putting the white on the matte looks amazing. It just would not have benefited to add any gold to the back because you would lose that metallic. But now you can see the difference between a gloss and a matte. Same, but different. All right, I'm gonna let these dry. Well, this one is dry now. So I'm gonna put this off to my side right here. And I think we will bring over maybe a mason jar. So let's open up the fall. Put my Acreas away. Let's get a full-size piece of paper so you can see the images. And again, there's 6 in gloss, 6 in matte. No, I'm sorry, 3 in gloss, 3 in matte. 3 in gloss, 3 in matte, 6 total, 4 images per page, 24 images total. So here is here's the fall images. You've got your wind blowing leaves and your pumpkin and your mason jar and your sunflowers. And you're going to get 3 sheets just like this. Then I have 3 sheets of the matte finish. Same images, it's just the Duralar has changed. So 24 images for under $10. And I'm gonna play with the mason jar. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pull it in both the matte finish and the gloss finish. So I think I'm going to start with the matte. And I can feel my printing. So I'm going to flip it around. And again, with the matte, it's a little bit easier. Here you can see it's a really crisp, dark image. But if I turn it around, it's a little more muted. And I'm going to start with Acrea. So I'm going to pull one of my colors out. I'm going to use an orange. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do my pumpkins. So all I have to worry about is not going outside the very edge of all the pumpkins. I can color right over the top of them. I know it seems a little weird because I'm coloring right over the top of the image. I want to keep those stems so I can color those in later. And you have to trust the process. So I like the size of this nib for what we're doing today because it is a 0.8. Liquitex makes a great marker. They make a great acrylic marker, but their nibs are a 2.0. They're much fatter. And so you can't get into the fine lines and the detail work. Should I show you? So right now, looks like a hot mess. I know. Hot mess central. And I'm just coloring anywhere I see a pumpkin. Now this is the line I want to be careful of. This outside line, and this top line here I want to be careful of. That's where I want to be a little careful. I don't want to go outside those lines. But everything else inside those lines, I'm good with. So here's my outside line. And I'm scribble, scribble, scribble. If you can scribble, 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 you can do this. If you colored in elementary school, anything, you can do this. Because the only thing I'm paying attention to are where those stems are and where my outside line is. Okay, it's starting to dry. And it looks pretty bad until you flip it over. And then all the detail is there. Now there's some white specks in there. I get it. Don't worry about trying to fill all of those little white. You'll turn it over and go, oh, I missed this space and this space and this space and that bay. Don't worry about it. Let it be. Just let it go. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna let those white little lines stay. I'm not gonna try and go in and fill every little area that's missing some orange. So from this to that, but we're not done. So I'm gonna let this one sit and dry for a minute, and while that one's sitting and drying, I'm gonna grab the gloss. And my image there, I can flip it around. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I go back just a little bit. Grab my paintbrush and let's grab a yellow. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of golden yellow. And put a little bit of golden yellow in here. And maybe a little tangerine, chili pepper, no, tangerine. Now I'm not going to add anything to my alcohol ink. I'm not going to add any Claro extender or blending solution, nothing. I'm just going to let it be. And I'm putting in drops. That was 2 drops. And I come in and I paint my pumpkins. No extender, no blender, no alcohol, no nothing. Straight from the jar. And now I start to color my pumpkins. Now they may look a little light, but wait. So I'm gonna let those sit and dry for a minute, and I'm gonna bring back my Acrea. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to get they have some fabulous greens in here. This green, amazing. So I think I'm going to use the 2 greens here. Maybe that green. Maybe even that one. Oh no, this one definitely. Maybe this one over this one. I don't know. I'm pulling all the green. Oh, definitely. I'm gonna put this one back. So all the new Acrea greens are yummy. I mean, those 3 right there are amazing, fabulous. So let's give a shake. And my white paper is just to help guide me. Don't push too hard. That was 2 pushes and that was almost too much. I'm gonna go in here and I'm just gonna color the backs. Of some of these trees. And all I care about is staying inside the exterior line. So I'm just going to start coloring in some of the trees, and I'll change my colors. And maybe I'll find, oh, that brown, perfect. Two pushes, more than enough. I can do my tree trunk. I can go back to that green. And do my stems. And I am scribble, scribble, scribble. I am not being careful. And yet I'm getting this amazing result. So my trees are getting colored in. Let's use this green here. My tree there, and then color in my leaves down here at the bottom. And I just color the whole block of them. And now everything's starting to come together. This is where I might want to change things up a little bit. Maybe I let that dry for a minute and I come over here and I do my trees and my Acrea. And I do my tree trunks in my brown. That was a lot of brown. And I can do my stems in my green. And maybe a little bit of green in here. Maybe a little of my darker green, and I am just coloring in. And I'm starting my, don't want to lay it flat because I know it's still wet, but let's let this one dry and let's bring back my other. And we're just going to go back and forth between the two. So this is where I'm at so far. I've got my trees and my pumpkins. Let's add some green trees because there's trees behind what I did in the Acrea. Whole row of trees back there. Only I'm not going to do those in the Acrea. I'm going to bring over my alcohol ink and a little drop. Let's make sure my brush is clean. Okay, a little drop of my green. Oh, I think there was some water in there. Make sure that it is dry. I think I had a little drop of water in there. Better. I'm just going to come in and paint on my trees. care where the lines are, as long as I don't go outside. The exterior line. So now I've got my trees. As long as I'm doing green. Now I've got my trees. And I just keep going back and forth. What do I want to do next? Maybe I do the sky. I'm going to do the sky in alcohol ink. So the trees I did in lime green. The pumpkins I started in golden yellow, or golden yellow on the acrylic, on the alcohol ink one. Let's use aqua for our sky. So a little bit of a drop. You can see a little goes a long way. Okay, now I've got sky. Now, because these are so saturated, and because these are made with ethanol, that's how come I'm able to hold the color. Lots of other alcohol inks, the color would fade away. Okay, now I've got sky on both of them. Let's bring the other one back. And let's do our rolling hills. So I can either do that with Acrea or I can use alcohol ink. We'll do 1 and 1. So Bro Brown, make sure that is dry. And let's just paint our rolling hills. And you can see a little alcohol ink goes a really long way. And while we're here, I think I'll pull a gray from my Acrea. And I've got my little rocks here. My little rocks. And we'll set this one aside to dry. And then this one, I think I'll do my rolling hills in my Acrea and not my alcohol ink. And just fill it in. All my rolling hills are done. I've got my little boulders to do. Okay, let it dry. Now my lid, what do I want to do with my lid? Midnight Indigo. I'll use a blue or evergreen. Ooh, evergreen would have been nice. Oh yeah, that's a great green. Oh, evergreen would have been good too. I'm putting just a little bit of color. And I dipped it into my green. You should have your swatch piece off of your white. Otherwise your white all of a sudden becomes not so white anymore. That's how I get my fingers in it, as I put this as my swatch piece. Yep, got my fingers in it. Let's see if I can get that out. Thankfully it's on the top side. Just a little bit of alcohol maybe. Ooh, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Yay. Okay, we're almost done. That green on the bottom's gonna bother me. The cleanup solution got rid of that. That's nice. Okay, that makes my heart happy. A little bit of the cleanup solution from Jacquard. Cleaned up my oopsie. Okay, the only thing I'm not crazy about up here is the color of my pumpkins. It's the only thing I'm like meh about. This is where being able to do the alcohol ink over the front is a huge benefit. So I can take and come in. And add some additional color over the top for dimension. I like having them all nice and solid, but I want them to have a little bit more dimension. And maybe, no, maybe a little of this. And I'm just mixing the colors together. And all my little white spaces that I was worried about have disappeared. Even if I hadn't added the alcohol ink, they just kind of melt away. Oh, I like that. So I chose the hardest one to do. The snowflake, fast, simple, easy. Snowflake, probably the easiest one to do. Love the gold behind it. The mason jar, not hard, just a little more time consuming. But it's great when it's done. So alcohol ink, not crazy about those colors. Want to add, it needs more. I just take and paint. Every time I'm doing this, I'm pulling color off my brush. And I just blend it together. Remember, I'm on the top. I did the main color on the back side. And now I'm adding a little dimension on the front. And there's no right, there's no wrong. You just go until you're happy. And you do not have to be an artist to do this. So now we have both of them side by side. Both of them done. Well, I should do a little bit of Acrea over the top of this, huh? So a little bit. And a little bit on the bottom. I'm on the back side. Super important. Still wet. But I want to put them side by side so you can see. Pumpkins are totally different, but we used this one. We used alcohol ink to do the fields. This one we used Acrea. Oh, I've got a white spot right there. Oh, that's that spot right there. It wasn't quite dry. Okay, fixed, but it'll need to dry. So let's set both of those there and give them a chance. Well, this one's completely dry. This one's good to go. So from this to this. No die cutting, no stamping. I used a paintbrush. I used some alcohol inks just as paint, and I used my Acrea acrylics. Okay, let's do another one. And maybe this one, we'll do Christmas, and maybe we'll use the metallics so you can really see how the metallics work. I think I'm gonna do the bells. Oh, or I'll do the ornaments, or maybe we do both. Oh, decisions, decisions. So one there. And then let's get a, they are kind of staticky. They like to cling to each other. And they're still clinging to each other. Okay. So I'm gonna do here. And I'm gonna do here. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the ornaments because I'm going to lay down some metallic and I want it to dry. Is that one dry yet? Not quite, almost. So we found that it's easiest to have like 2 or 3 of these going at a time, be working on a couple of them and then you just rotate them out. Maybe you do all the same, like I was doing at the same time, so you just do the green and then grab the next one, do the green, do the next green, and then by that time it's time to move on to the next color. Okay, so these are the ones I want. And this, look at this, isn't this the most beautiful image? I mean, even just like that, it's lovely. That's definitely the front side. I'm gonna take the back. Don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna grab the metallic. I'm gonna grab a gold. Have no clue if this is gonna work. And I'm gonna go over the the lines that make up the detail of the ornament. This is brown, not gold. Well, we're going to finish it. No guts, no glory. So I went over the black lines with my brown. And I guess it wouldn't have made much of a difference anyway, because the metallic wouldn't have shown through, so maybe it was a happy accident. I'm just tracing the lines right over the top of the black lines as opposed to coloring in. I'm tracing right over the top of the black lines. Now it doesn't matter that I turned it, because all I'm doing is tracing. And I used a brown when I thought I was using a gold, but I'm on the mat, so that metallic gold wouldn't have come through anyway. All right, so I've got all three of them done. I'm gonna let them dry. I am gonna move to the gold for the glossy one and feel. Oh, I wonder if I did that one backwards. No, that's definitely it. Okay, let's do it with the gold. Find the gold, Stacy. Use the gold. Don't use the... And let's just trace them. Let's grab a piece and make sure that I've got enough. Shoop. Oh yeah, plenty. So I don't want to spend too much time. I just want to get them traced in there. That looks good. If my lines aren't exactly correct, I'm okay. All right. I think I'll leave that one without, and we'll see what happens. We'll see the difference between them. So now I've got two traced in the gold, and because it's the transparent, when I flip it over, you will be able to tell that it is the gold. So let's let that one dry for a minute, and let's bring this one back. All right, this feels pretty dry. What colors do we want to do? Now this could be a hot mess. Could be. So maybe I'll do red. Right over the top of that acrylic. Oh, that red hit it. Gave it dimension. Let's let it dry. And we'll do this one in red. Maybe we'll do the next one in a blue. And we'll see what we get. Oh, a little bit. Let's let it dry and see what it comes out to be. But we've got this one. And that one's in the metallic. That one's in the gold. Oh, that one's so much better. It's a much lighter color, but the gold comes through so much better. Probably should have left it. In fact, I'm positive I should have left it. Flip it over. You're constantly turning it over to see what it looks like. And then this one was just without any gold. I think I'm going to let them dry and we'll come back and see what they look like. And now these are completely dry. And I can totally put them side by side now. One done in the matte, one done in the gloss. Same but different. One done with Acrea for my pumpkins, one done with my alcohol inks for my pumpkins, one done with my alcohol inks for my hills, one done with my Acrea for my hills. Mix and match. Okay, I'm gonna bring over the bells. And the bells, I'm gonna use the Acrea on the gloss for the actual bells to make them gold. Okay. Okay, there we go. So there's my front. Here's my back. I'm going to grab my gold and I'm going to do my bells in gold. No, that's the brown. Put the brown away. That's my gold. And I'm going to do almost like a little bit of a flood. And again, it doesn't matter if I go over the lines. Do I have it the right way? Yes, this is the back. So from the back side, it's going to look like a hot mess. And just fast and easy coloring. And because this is Duralar, my wet mediums are going to dry on it. Okay. So this is what my bell looks like now. That's what my bell started out as. But coloring on the back side, that's what it looks like now. And you can see it's starting to dry. Because when I flip it over, my bell now has the most amazing metallic look to it. Not quite dry yet. Let's do both bells and then I'm going to sit it and let it dry. And this one's much faster to do than my mason jar. That mason jar's got oodles of detail to it. Not hard, just takes a little bit longer. Although I think once you get past the first one, you can go, because you know what colors you want and where you're coloring. So go. Scribble, scribble, scribble. All I'm trying to do is stay inside the exterior line. Okay, the back of two bells done. Let's give it a few minutes to dry. And let's see how these are doing. Yeah, nope, it picked up. My gold didn't stay. I mean, it's there, but not really. I thought maybe if I laid it down first. I think it's actually maybe a little bit better on my mat. You see it a little bit better. And I used the brown just to get in there and highlight some of the area. I think it looks great on I think the mat looks amazing. I think the gloss loses something in translation with adding the gold, but I think this one looks beautiful. We'll come back and finish that one. Let's do the matte, only I'm not going to use the gold. I'm going to flip it over and we're going to use some alcohol inks again. So clean my brush. And maybe some Sunbright Yellow. Oh, there's still green in here. Oh, that is yellow. Holy smokes, that's yellow. And look at how quick it paints. So I don't know if you could use an alcohol marker. It depends upon what shade it is. I would worry that it might leave lines. You could try. You would have to use something that has a good intensity. Okay, my bells are now definitely yellow. Absolutely. While we're here, maybe we do a little bit of our green. And just paint on the back side. Anywhere I see berries, I'm not going to paint it green. But I think pretty much anything else. And see how far that alcohol ink goes? Green. That is a long way for that green to go. How easy is this? Now I might come in and do the Acrea. Ooh. Maybe I do. The berries and the alcohol ink. And then on the front, I do a little bit of Acrea. I'm just using what's in my palette. Okay. And then what if I turned it over, because alcohol ink dries pretty darn fast. And I came in and I grabbed my Acrea and my gold. So I need to be careful because I don't want to lose the detail. But all I'm doing is filling in where the little ding-dongs are for the... it looks like there's a little like ribbon here. I missed one of my berries. So we'll figure that out. And what about a red? Do I have the red? There's the red. And I could just come in with a little bit of that shimmer. And add a little bit of that shimmer now to this. And if I wanted to tone down my bells a little bit, just add a little color in there. Just a little toned down. And how fast and easy is that? I gotta do one of my little berries. Oh, it's growing. I put too much. Stop. Okay, dry, dry, dry. That's looking great. Oh, and I just pulled up all that color. Stacy, I just need to give it a second to dry. I'm too impatient. Okay, I'm going to give this a second to dry. Let's bring back our metallic bells. Okay, now you can really see how the metallic comes all the way through with the Acrea. That's awesome with the Acrea. Those bells look like bells. On the back side, not so much. But on the front, absolutely. They look amazing. And my alcohol ink fills all this in. And I'm just scribbling. I'm not trying to stay, there's no lines on some of these. You just kind of go over the top of it and fill the color. This is so easy. And there's so much fun to do. Give the kids a paintbrush, give them a little palette, put some alcohol inks in there, or give them the Acrea and let them go. So instead of using the alcohol ink for my berries, I'm using the Acrea. And because I'm on the back side, I don't worry about all the detail lines. We'll still be able to see them when I flip it over. We'll set this one to dry for a few minutes. Bring this one back. And see what we've got. Done with the alcohol inks. And then we were working on this one. I don't know, this is dark. I don't know if it's gonna be too dark. I had done the gold and then I flipped it over and I alcohol inked on the front. Okay. That's not bad. Not dry, but we're going to go for it anyway. So I put the Acrea on the back to add the detail. And now the alcohol ink on the front to finish the coloring. Look at how fast this is. This is amazing. I like the little extra detail on the back in the Acrea. It just gives more oomph to the foliage. And because I'm going over the front with the alcohol ink, it's not lifting the Acrea. So I think adding a little bit of Acrea to the back added a really nice detail into all of that. And then I could take my gold nope, that's not my gold. And draw in my strings. Maybe just add a little bit of detail. into my ornaments. Ooh! Okay, I'm very happy with this. And this was done primarily on the back side and then flipped over and done on the front. Well, I think I like that very much. And then my bells came out great with the metallic or in the yellow. And then my pumpkins, my mason jars. You guys, you can do this. You really honestly can. These are so easy to create with. And they give you such opportunity. They're so pretty. Backed on that blue, it's lovely. And with 4 different designs. And I think I should finish this. I think I should finish this. I feel like I'm not wahoo kachoo about it. I wonder what would happen if I backed it in Acrea now. I don't know. All we're doing is playing. That's a beautiful color. Ooh. 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 Fill it in. What's the worst that can happen? Ooh. Oh, that works. Okay, let's just go. So I put the alcohol ink down first and I was like, meh. Well, actually, I put the gold down first and then the alcohol ink, and I was like, meh. And I thought I was just going to toss it, but a girl's got to practice what she preaches. I always say finish. So we're just going to figure it out. Now I'm putting Acrea over the top of the alcohol ink since I wasn't crazy about it. And we're just going to make it anew. This is shiny blue. All right, while those are drying, I'm going to do what I did last time with the leaves. I liked how that looked. And they kind of look like stick figures. I am not doing a great job. I am literally just putting some color down. I'm not trying to, I'm just kind of following the pattern a little bit. The way the foliage is going is the way I'm going. But it isn't beautiful. But when you turn it over, it looked so good. It just adds a little bit more depth. Okay, those still aren't quite dry yet. But it's a world of difference. So much better. All right, is there anything I can work on while we're sitting there waiting for that? Got to give that a minute to dry. Ooh. How about my pumpkins? That's definitely the back side. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble, scribble. So the size of the nib of the Acrea lets me do all the detail work or write with them. Write on vellum, color vellum. Shaking it. Okay, let's let that dry. And in the meantime, This one's been drying. Just that one little one. You think I can take the little dry? Just that one little piece right there. Dry. Still not dry. What about the silver? So that's cool gray. Silver. We're just gonna fix it. I'm just gonna fix it. Okay, maybe I don't do the one up there. And then some of my alcohol ink. And then I think we're gonna call it done. Look at that. Well, now that I have those silver, this has to be silver too. Sorry. Yes, that's silver. That's silver? Silver. Phew! There we go. Fixed. Fixed. But I love this one. Love this one. But I love this one now that I put the Acrea behind the blue. Love, love, love. And you can really see that silver. You've got the gold here. I fixed them and they came out beautiful. So we did the Christmas ornaments. We did the bells. We did the mason jars. And we were working on that one. A little bit of my alcohol ink. 1, 2. Mix it into what's already in there. Easy peasy. Right? Done. And we did a pumpkin. That was half Acrea and then alcohol ink on the top to just add some depth. You guys, this is so much fun. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love blending the two together, having the options, doing it all alcohol ink, doing it all Acrea, mixing and matching between them. I think that's lovely. And again, there's white empty spaces. When you put it down, those white little empty spaces just disappear. Don't worry, when you're flipping it back and forth, if you can see little white spaces, because I can see them, can you see little white spaces? When you finally put it down, they just disappear. All right, we did a ton. We did a ton today. I don't know which are my favorite because now I think these look great. Now I'm really happy with both of these. I'm like, yes, please. And I loved my bells from the start. But you can really see how that metallic comes through on those bells on the back side. Oh my gosh, fabulous. And I started, well, after the snowflakes, I started with the hardest ones, or I don't want to say the hardest ones, just the most time consuming. This would take the longest because there's so many different things to color. But it was easy to do, wasn't it? All right, so I'm gonna put all of these over here so I don't lose them. And let's go over what we have. So this week it's all about the new Acrea colors. I used so many of the new colors. All of these are from the new set. I used an orange. The orange came from the Vivid. The orange came from the Vivid set. But then I really got into, and the gold came from the Essential set. But then I got into all the colors, the new colors. Even, yep, that's a new color. And that's a new color. And these are the ones I played with. Are all the new ones, and there's 24 of them, and they come in this fabulous little carrying case. And yes, you'll be able to find them at Michael's. Look for the Visionary color set, 24 piece of Acrea. Make sure that it has the right colors. What you're buying, you want to make sure that you're not getting the old colors. So you know, you're looking for cotton pink and honey butter and misty mint and dusty pink and cappuccino and stardust gray and sparkle red and shiny blue and moss green and evergreen. If those colors are not on the color chart, that's not the set. You want this set if you're getting it from Michael's. Otherwise, shop us, but only while we have them. Once they're gone, they're gone. I can't get them again. I was so lucky to get them the first time. So we have that on sale. And then we put the original 4, because these are the original 24. So we did these for the same price. If you buy all 4 sets, it's 24 markers. So we did the $79.99 for all 4 sets. If you buy, because it's like getting it's like getting this, but they didn't package it that way in the beginning. They just packaged it like this. So if you want all 48, then you would get both I Want It Alls. There's not an I Want It All for both sets. We have the I Want It All for the older set and the I Want It All for the new set. They are exactly the same price because they are exactly 24 markers each. And that means they should be the same price. All right, I have got from Graphics, I have got the winter. I'm gonna move this out of my way before I dump it all over me. And I should probably put my lids on. Sorry, but I know myself. And I take off every lid. Because if you open one, you might as well open them all, right? Okay, I think that's it. So from Graphics, we've got the exclusive sets of Duralar on matte and on vellum. You've got 3 sheets of matte, 3 sheets of, it's matte and glossy, I'm sorry. 3 sheets of matte, 3 sheets of glossy. Each one of them has 4 designs, so 24 designs in each pack. You've got the winter, you've got the traditional Christmas, and you have got the fall. So glossy and matte Duralar, which is what we were playing with all day today. I have got the Pinata alcohol inks on sale for you. I do. I know many of you already have them. If you don't, and you want to play with alcohol inks, I really do recommend that you grab Pinatas because they are the best. That's not a lie, that's just what they are. They're a fine art alcohol ink. It makes a difference. When you play with them, you will see. And you will only use Claro with them. This is an extender. It is what is used as the solution to make them move. It is not a blending solution. You do not want to use isopropyl alcohol with these or hand sanitizers with these. You want to use Claro. Can you use the alcohol inks from Pinata with everybody else's alcohol inks? Yes, they will work well with everybody's alcohol inks. You still want to use the Claro. This, what is inside this bottle, is exactly what's inside this bottle, only without the color. So every time you add isopropyl or blending solution, which is pretty much what Ranger's got, I believe theirs is quite a bit of alcohol in their blending solution. It's degrading the binder in the alcohol ink. So when you finish it and it's kind of dull, that's because the binder is all gone. Gosh, I have some beautiful samples in the classes. I don't know if I have any here. I have some beautiful samples in the classes that I did in June, in the studio with Stacy in June, where every week we use these and we did something different with them. You will not be upset. You will not be disappointed. It just requires the Claro. This is important. It makes the difference. So we have these on sale for you. Now that I've got a clear space, the Acrea's on sale for you in the original 4, or the brand new 24. We have the graphics on sale for you, including the original sets way back when. So when we first did these, we had sentiments, and we had florals way back when, and we had backgrounds way back when, and then the blank set, where it's 3 of the matte, 3 of the glossy, and you stamp on it, you print on it, you ink on it, you die cut it, you do whatever makes your heart happy. So those are all on sale. I put the little palette on sale from Yasutomo, and I think we have the blower for you on sale, just in case you want an alcohol ink. And I think that's it. That's a lot though. All right, let me grab the samples. I'm gonna start thinking about picking a winner. I need to see what color this is. Silver. Silver goes in the essentials. Okay, silver in the essentials, and that means the only one I'm missing is the gold in the essentials, which is right here. Gold? Oh, so good. Gold. Okay, so all mine are back where they in their happy homes. Okay, so it says pick a winner. So I'm going to start looking for a winner, but I've got quite a few samples to share with you. Make sure you're posting a comment. Now, let me just tilt up for a minute. Dortina. Dortina. I don't know if you're going to watch this or not, but hey, Dortina. Hey, girl, hey. Dortina is an honorary SMS girl. She comes in on Wednesdays and sometimes other days to help make samples. Thank you, Dortina. I just want to give you the heads up that I played with one of your samples just a little bit, just a wee bit, okay? So when you see it and you go, I don't really remember it quite looking like that, it's because I just tweaked it just a little bit. I just tweaked it a little bit, Dortina. That's it, just a little bit, I promise. And then you pop it up and it makes for an easel. But I played with the colors just a little bit. Okay? Remember, you really like me. All right. I just didn't want her to look at it and go, I don't remember my sample looking that way. But I tweaked it. What do you think? Okay, that's Dortina. Here we have Katie. Aren't these beautiful? Just a little bit of color. Here we have Mary. And I guess these are the colors of autism. I did not know that. I always thought of autism as the puzzle piece, but maybe these are the colors of them. So colors of autism from Mary. Yum. Okay, look at that. This is Patty. Patty, this is gorgeous. So she colored the back and then she traced in the Acrea gold and she colored, this is beautiful. Patty, wow. Oh, okay. And this is Katie. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at how stunning are these. Totally different. Oh, wait, I've got one more. Totally different. Wait. Then I have got Dortina. All three different from each other and so beautiful. This is Katie with a Y, beautiful. Patty with an I. See, we have Katie with an IE now. And Dortina. Wow, all three of those were absolutely gorgeous. Oh, this is beautiful too. Hope was born on a silent night. May it fill your heart with gentle light. Ah, Katie with an IE. This is beautiful. She took the mat and she die cut the center out. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this is spectacular. And here we have our winter wind or our fall wind, up to you. This is Patty. And here we have Katie with an IE, done with the snowflake. And she went in there with the Acrea and colored the whole thing in that blue. Oh, that's done with the new Acreas, the shimmer. Look at that. So good, so good. Oh, so good. This is Dortina. Oh, Dortina, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. With that gold in there and the slimline. I didn't play with that one, Dortina. And Claire, oh, Claire, see, Claire went in there with some pinks and some blues. You guys are so good. They're just lovely. Katie with a Y. Wow, this is gorgeous. This is so pretty. And all it took was some markers. This was done all with markers. There's no alcohol ink here at all. This was done with all markers. Catherine. Silver bells. Yes, Catherine, of course. They're beautiful. And Claire with her Santa cup. And Katie with an IE and her Christmas ornaments. Catherine with a little kitty cat. And our blustery day. This can be a winter day, it can be a fall day, it could even be a spring day if you wanted, early spring, late winter. Just depends upon how you color it. Oh, and look at this one, Mary. That color is magnificent. The teals and the purples are gorgeous. Wow, Mary. I'm only halfway done. I haven't picked a winner yet. Look at the sunflowers. Who did this? Katie with an IE. Wow, Katie. That looks like a photograph, and it's not. She did this with the alcohol inks and the markers. Just like I was doing. It's beautiful. And then our next set of samples, hold please. And then I have to pull this one because we don't want to miss that one. I have to pull this one because we don't want to miss that one. So we've got our Merry Christmas with the bells, done in the metallic. And this is Katie with an IE. And then we have Claire, who fussy cut out the sunflowers. Again, done with Acrea and some alcohol ink. And then we've got Katie with a Y and her mason jar. Oh my gosh, they came out. These are done with Acrea and maybe some alcohol ink. And our snowman. So this is the one Claire did, where she layered the two on top of each other. She just set them down on top of each other while she was working on them, and then she looked at him and she said, huh, that works, because it almost looks like he's a snow globe, and the trees framed him like perfectly. Claire's so smart. So smart, Claire. And then we have Patty and her sunflowers. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Katie with an IE. Look at those. Wow. It might be Acrea on the back and alcohol ink on the front. That's what I did. And here we have Dortina and her sunflowers. So the girls were like, oh, I don't know about this. And then they couldn't stop. They started and they found that they absolutely loved it. It seemed a little intimidating until they started. And then it was like, oh, this is so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Oh, this one's beautiful. Catherine, that's so beautiful. You did such a better job than me. This is beautiful, Catherine. Acrea on the back. Yeah, I should have gone with Acrea on the back. Just the whole thing. This is beautiful. Wow. Catherine, beautiful. Open me. Okay. There's the bells. Oh, very nice. Dortina. See the bells and the gold? Oh, and Dortina, she die cut it out. Right? Yummy. Oh, and how cute is this, Katie with an IE? Oh, our Santa Cocoa Cup. Oh, she did such a nice job. And here we have Mary. See, love this, love this. It's so easy to do. So she did it on the clear Duralar and then backed it on a piece of glitter paper to give it that snow look. It's perfect, Mary. On that white glitter paper, it's perfect. It gives it that perfect snow glistening. It's perfect. Whoa, who's this? Katie. Katie with an IE. There's her beautiful fall tree. And we've got Patty and Patty's Cocoa Cup. Aren't these fun? This was all done with Acrea. And then we've got Dortina's Christmas ornaments. Beautiful. And she did the silver on the front like I did. I started mine with gold, but then I fixed it and we ended up with silver. And this is Katie with an IE. Wow. And then the ones we started with, Claire and Katie with a Y. I love this Katie. I love the little stars. I love it. All done with Acrea. And there's Claire again. And there's Katie with an IE. And then there's Dortina. And I'm gonna say Catherine, because it's on a, it looks like a Captain Crunch box. I'm gonna say this is Catherine and it's on an easel. All right, and who's this one? Wait. And Patty. Hello, Patty. All right, you guys. Saturday with Stacy, craft class. Full length, technique based. Meant to think outside the box, meant to give you some ideas or some little kernels that sit there, some little nuggets that then you think, oh, and I wonder if I do this. Start here. Start, grab your alcohol inks, get the Acreas, you will love them. Get the Duralar, a pack of the Duralar set, whether it's the fall or the winter or the Christmas. It's exclusive to us. I can't send you anywhere else to get them. Usually I say shop your other independent retail stores, but for the Acrea, it's us and Michael's, and for the Duralar printed sheets, it's us only. So grab a pack, grab some Acreas, pick some up, and grab your alcohol inks and start. You will get into the flow of it and you will not want to stop. And with 4 images on every page and 6 pages per pack, you can just sit there like I did. I just made sample after sample after sample after sample after sample after sample after sample, and we did all of those today together. Now all we have to do is mat them and make them into cards so we can donate them. All right, you guys, so all of this stuff is at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. It's also available in our retail store. We would love to have you come visit. Pinata alcohol links are available at lots of fine art stores, absolutely. The Acrea, like I said, it's us and Michael's. The Duralar is us only. So I leave it up to you. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. I hope maybe there was something in the live chat that made you laugh or giggle. And winner, chicken dinner. I have to post our winner. Okay, so I'm posting the winner right now. I always forget. Post the winner. I'm posting the winner. Did I post the winner? I've posted the winner. Congratulations to whoever our winner was in the live chat. Oh my gosh. See, I put the pick a winner on the samples of the first set. I should have put it on the samples of the second set, and that way I don't forget. But I've picked a winner. Congratulations to you. You're going to win a prize package. Don't forget to email us at AskSMS at scrapbookingmadesimple.com, ASKSMS@scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Tell us your name, your address, your telephone number, that you are the live chat winner from YouTube number 670. And if you have an old order number, that's always helpful. All right, I will see you next on Monday for our next Make It Monday event, where we bring you this really big bundle for this itty bitty teeny weeny tiny little price. And this one's kind of a different type of bundle. We'll have to see. If you are a die cutter, or if you have a Cricut. All right, you guys, until Monday, have a super weekend. Bye, everybody.